Welcome to bsdtutorial.org. This video will teach you how you can install programs on OpenBSD. There are two ways of installing programs on OpenBSD. One way, the one we're going to do right now, is installing them remotely from FTP. They will be pre-compiled, which means that we don't have to compile all the code on our machines to be able to get the program working. Simply, the code is already compiled and you will just download them, the system will download them and install them for you. This covers an entirely perfect system which checks for dependencies and also which makes it possible to uninstall programs that you don't want to have one day, for example. And another thing to mention, which is not in this video, is that you're of course able to use the port tree in OpenBSD, but I will teach you that in another video. This one will just cover the remote install way. Before we start, I'm going to use OpenBSD in a virtual machine. And the OpenBSD in front of me, I've been configuring with DHCP because I wanted it to get up and running as a normal machine without any special settings, to make sure that I have the same settings as you might have, for example. And there will be videos later on where you will find how to make network settings manually. But just stay tuned for them and they will arrive, of course. So let's start with one of the most important things to know about when we start with the pkg command, which will be the command for installing all the programs manually. So if you're taking notes right now, I would suggest you that you can write down this command, which you will use a lot. pkg_add followed by -r. This is the command we're going to use, which will download the program for us and install them. So a typical command could look like this, for example, if you want to download Apache. But since this is a clean system and I've been not doing any configuration, this won't work because I haven't told OpenBSD where it should get the files to download. Remember that we are installing the programs remotely this time. So it needs to have a remote path set up. And I'm going to show you how you can do this. First of all, if you want to check if you have this already set up, it's very simple. You just type in your shell echo $pkg_path. If this is empty like this, it means that it has not been set up. So then OpenBSD doesn't have anywhere to work if we're going to use the pkg command. So how do we set this up in a nice and professional way? If you want to do it really nice, I suggest you to do like this, that there is a file that is used in OpenBSD, but it has yet not been written. But it's called pkg.conf and is located in /etc. It won't be located in etc since you've been creating for the first time. And this is the way how you can do it. vi, which I'm going to use the Vim editor, v-editor and Vim. This editor is quite tricky. We got some tutorials on it in case you need it, or you can look on our webpage, bsdtutorial.org, and under Unix Basics, and you will find, I think it's called Unix Command now, and you can check the VI tutorials there. But you do like this, VI, and then followed by etc, and then pkg.conf. Then it will open up a new document where we can begin to type what we need to type. So we want to enter an FTP site here, and in my case I live in Sweden. I will use my typical FTP which are from Sunet in Sweden. And we need to find your FTP right now, so let's do it. You open a web browser. I already made this for you. And then you type the address www.openbsd.org/ftp.html. And then on this page, you just scroll down a bit till you find FTP. Here they are. You just need to pick an FTP which is near your location. Let's say that you're in Germany, for example. Then we can take this one and click on it. And we need to take the right version of your system right now. In my case, it's 5.3. And then you need to go to something called packages. I think it should be around here. There it is. And then you need to look for your architecture. Mine is i386, this one. This is the path which has all the packages that we need to be able to install something. So this is the repository which keeps all the packages where you can install things on OpenBSD. So let's say that if this, you can see the list is very long. So this contains, for example, you can see Apache somewhere here. Yeah. And there you have it, for example, Apache. And all the programs which are downloaded installed will be ending with the trading.tgs. TGZ, I mean. Okay, so remember this path here. And what you need to do is in this file, pkg.conf, we need to add following. Install path equals FTP. And then you add the mirror for the FTP. So in the case that we were taking here, it should be ftp.spline.de/public OpenBSD. I'm not sure if the captions of the letters are important, but I do them to have exact the same pattern. And then the version 5.3 packages, followed by your architecture. In my case, it's i386 and the trading slash there. Now you should be able to save here. Now we have the path correctly set up. And we can do like this now. We can begin to run our commands and we can see how we install programs. This is very simple. So the first note I would like you to write down about PKG is that we try to search for a program and see if it exists. By doing the command pkg_info followed by a caption Q like this and the package name we're searching for. Let's say that we are searching for Pico, which is an editor, text editor. And then when we press return, we get some answer back like we got Pico 505P0 and then we have the other one which is Pico.com. In my case, the first one was more looks more correct. Let's say I just want to install it. So then it's very simple. Let's say if I type pkg_add and the option R, which stands for remote, and then I just type Pico. I want to try to see if OpenBSD will tell me which one I want of those. But I think it will take the first option, which is more similar. In this case, it took the first package because it was more correct. Now OpenBSD is downloading the package from the FTP site and it installs it on our server, or we can say on our system. And once the program has been installed, we are ready to use the program, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, so Pico is installed. So how do we run the program? Simply by typing the name of the program, which is Pico, like this. And as you can see, we install our first program and we are able to start it. Not bad. And the next thing that I can inform, like where are the packages we've been installing, where can we find them? A hint is that we can go to, you can look inside of var, db and pkg. And here you will see that we have Pico installed. Let's say that I've been using this program for a while right now and I feel that I don't want to use it anymore, I want to uninstall it. The command for uninstalling is pkg_delete and then you type the package name. An advice is that if you're not sure exactly what's the name of your package is, you can either, of course, the most simple way is to type like this and uninstall the program, which will uninstall it. Or another way you can do is this, that you enter the path var db and pkg and the name of the package, so then you can get the correct package like this. And then when I press return now, it uninstalled the package. So if I try to launch the program, you see it doesn't find it anymore, so it has been uninstalled. Let's do everything again just for the matter of practice. So the command for finding something, to search for something, was pkg_info followed by a q and then the name for something we search for. Let's say Python. And then let's say I want to install Python. I can do like this. I'm going to clear the screen to get it more readable. Imagine I do like this, pkg_add r and then Python. Now we'll get so many results that I promise you that it will advise me to ask which one are you looking for. Let's try. Yes, this is interesting to mention because sometimes we get a question like which one are we looking for, and then it gives some options here. It's very simple because you get a number here, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then you have the name of the packages over here. So let's say that you want to install Python 2.7.3. Then you need to enter option number 2, and you do it by giving it option 2 and pressing return. And then it begins to download and install our package. So that was the basic of how to find a package and how to install and how to give options in case it's asked for it. So I'm going to show you that Python is running now. I'm getting the Python interpreter and we can do some fun. And we made an hello world program. Okay, that was silly. Let's exit here. In case I want to uninstall this program, you remember that I did pkg_delete. And then I was, then after this, I was giving the command var db and the name pkg and then the name of the package. But you can do like this, for example. Let's try this. pkg_delete Python. That works also. And here we have some interesting things. It mentioned that we have some things that can be removed, and it's some things that it device that has been remaining on the system. So I'm not going to cover everything now in small details of this, but that's how simple it is to be able to install something in OpenBSD. And this is one of the quickest ways to install packages. And I'm sure that you will have a lot more fun with OpenBSD, knowing that you can explore OpenBSD by installing packages like this. Thanks for watching, and we have some other videos that will arrive later on. I cannot say exact which date they will arrive, but they arrive when I have time to make them. So take care and have fun.